Hello, today we will show you the first project by Microsoft team. Well, what is the main objective of this project? Even with a higher implementation cost, in the future, this value will be compensated. But why? Because our objectives are to save energy, ensure the user comfort, and have the control of the whole house in just a finger tap, just needing a mobile phone running Android OS. Well, let me go to the wanted part. Here we have a LED lamp with 30 LEDs and it uses about 1.5 watts of power. It's about 15 times less than a common fluorescent light. Here we have our circuit. In our website is already available, but it's not divided on these two plates. But why? Because this plate was our prototype. First of all, we made this one and after this one. Because after test the first one, we knew that a complement was needed. So, as you can see here, this second plate is just a complement of the prototype. If we decide to sell this circuit, we won't need to sell these two plates, but only one plate with the whole circuit mounted. The circuit is very simple. It doesn't need a lot of cables. It already supplies the Arduino, that in this case we used the blackboard. What is the blackboard? Well, as the Arduino has an open hardware, it also has its fabrication in Brazil, and it's available to be downloaded on to mount your own hardware. In other words, it's a Brazilian version of Arduino. Here we have a Bluetooth shield that has a little platteboard that we mounted on it, with the notification LEDs. Here we have our transformer, because as our circuit uses 24 volts and 2 amperes at maximum, so we need to have a 24 volts and 2 ampere transformer and a fuse just used for the circuit protection. What do we have here? Well, our circuit is powered directly on the wall socket. It doesn't need to be with the plug-in, but as it is a prototype, we found better to connect on the wall socket for demonstration. What happens here? Our project is supplied with 110 or 220 volts of alternated current. But if you already have an external font of 24 volts, you can connect it here. Well, it is very simple and without complications. Everything is already available in our site. Material list, documentation, explanatory, leaflets, you already can download it. There are some files that ask for permission, but you just need to register and log in. Well, we have for example the Arduino programmation that is already available in our GitHub. Just download it. The links are totally available in our website. Well, let me go to the wanted part. As it was said, the circuit uses 110 or 2020 volts, and in this case I am plugging it on a 110 input. As you can see, the Bluetooth and the Arduino were already turned on, because the circuit is fully voltated. The output voltage of this plate was regulated to 12 volts, so it's already compatible with Arduino. It is also supplied, and once you program it, doesn't need to be programmed again. Well, let me go to the app. This app is very simple and has a friendly interface. It is already available for download in our website and at Google Play Store. Anyone can download the free version or the paid version. That doesn't cost too much. It's just a symbolic value to contribute with the developers of the project. Well, here we can connect with a device that on this case was named MinterBT. This device was already connected and here we have the Arduino, where on the shield is already shown each stage as enabled. In other words, it was already paired and connected with the mobile phone. Well, as you can see, it doesn't change any output stage. It is still locked. Why are they locked? Because the circuit isn't enabled. To enable it, just need to click Next. It serves for any circuit that the program may have the control of the circuit enabled states because of the users. For more information, datasheets and the information of the characters that the application sends are available on the website. Well, here we will enable the circuit, and for that you just need to click at the play button. So it's enabled now. Well, the yellow LED is already enabled. It means that the circuit is free to use. So I can enable or disable the lamp. For a while the manual control is not enabled. But why isn't it enabled? Because for a while I will just switch the output states. On this case, this device does not control just this lamp, but may also control wall sockets or any other kinds of lamp, depending on the elaborated circuit plate. Comments on, we will put the relay module and a bulky module that is a silent alternative for the relay. Well, here we enable the circuit. So the yellow LED became turned on. We know that it's almost imperceptible, but it is brighting. Here we can see that all the outputs were unlocked, so I can enable anyone. In the moment, we don't have sufficient outputs connected here. We have only the first 5. And on this case, this lamp is connected in the output number 3. So if we enable the number 3, it will be turned on with the maximum brightness. And as you can see, the luminosity is on the roof because the LED of 10 millimeters and 3 volts is very strong. Well, it's a basic plate and its circuit is also available on the site. The schematic circuit is ready for the plate printing. Only with a reflector is sufficient to illuminate the whole environment. This environment may be illuminated calmly. As you can see, it's on the morning, so the lamp is obfuscated. And it's on this case that the second part of our application entered, that is the manual luminosity control. As you can see, the green LED is turned on. And what does this LED turned on means? The manual luminosity is enabled for myself to control this lamp. So I can track the bar and the luminosity decrements. In other words, here I have the whole control just with a finger tap on this case, just tracking the bar. The luminosity is already shown. Well, we also have some security features. Here, the manual luminosity is enabled, but what happens when I cut this manual luminosity control? The luminosity goes to the maximum level. In other words, it's necessary that the circuit be under manual control for the luminosity can be controlled. And since the moment when I called the manual control, the track bars that was in the minimum, but the lamp was still with the maximum luminosity. Why was it? Because it has a safety research where I will quote an example. I left it on the maximum, but another person left it on the minimum. On this case, considering that another person on the residence is also controlled. Well, so why was it the minimum and the lamp brightness wasn't reduced? Because I need to resend the command. And for it to happen, just need to reconnect the Bluetooth and send the command again, tracking the bar. Well, here I will leave at the maximum and turn it off. What are the safety items disposed on the circuit? On the circuit and not just on the application. Well, we can disable the circuit just clicking on the pause or stop building. And after change tab, we can see that the state of the circuit doesn't enable. But why? Because the circuit is disabled, and after disabling, you can see that all the LEDs were turned off, telling that I cannot control it. So we can see the importance of the locked switch on the startup. Here we have some safeties. A fuse, for example. It is known that the fuse is a basic safety item, and if the dissipation power is higher than the normal, it will explode, protecting the whole circuit. It has two diodes polarized to control, and to guarantee an operation voltage of 24 volts. So, we can use the Arduino, use PNP transistors, making a little modification with Zener diode. So, we could work just with 5 volts of Arduino output, and I can enable or disable 24 volts switch transistors that operate with 24 volts. Well, people, for a while it's just it. As you can see, it's connected on the wall socket, but if you want to put it on your main circuit, it will come without the plugin. In other words, you can connect it directly on the network without complications. Well, the do-it-yourself version is totally available in our website, so you already can download the application and the contents according with our open source license. Well, it's just it. See you again.